Yeah, so this is another video from another South African representative. So this is Mr. Mbalula. He's the secretary of the ANC, which is the governing political party in South Africa. So let's listen to what he's got to say. It's an interview with the same guy that interviewed Julius Malema on my previous video. So let's listen to him.
According to the ANC, we will want President Putin to be here even tomorrow.
You would
to come to our country, but
you would welcome Vladimir Putin here right now.
Of course, we will welcome
a man who is being investigated for war crimes by the International Criminal Court.
We will welcome him to come here as part and parcel of BRICS, but we know that we are constrained by the ICC in terms of doing that. Putin is a head of state. Do you think that a head of state can just be arrested anywhere? How many crimes have your country committed in Iraq? How many crimes have everyone else who's so vocal today committed in Iraq and Afghanistan? Have you arrested them? You
know the impact that this stand of yours...
You're making a lot of noise about putting in state of working for peace between Ukraine and Russia, and you failed to resolve the war. Where are the weapons of mass destruction? Tony Blair went to Iraq and claimed that they are weapons of mass destruction. Did you see anybody standing against that in the United Kingdom and Britain? More than millions of people have died in Iraq and Afghanistan, and there are no weapons of mass destruction.
Whoa, nah, you can't confront an African uncle. They won't stop talking. So as soon as you start, they will continue for you, basically. So yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny. Everything is funny in this interview. Why? Because obviously the interviewer he's trying to again put this guy in a corner by basically criticizing him. I don't know if you're aware, but according to Western intelligence, South Africa has been provided weapons to Russia to fight the war against Ukraine. Obviously, no evidence has been provided on this. They just saw a ship in the coast, a Russian ship in the coast of South Africa, and that's it. Okay, that's enough evidence to prove that they're providing weapons. Maybe the ship was full of rice, who knows. Anyways, what he's basically saying is something similar to what Julius Malema said. The ANC also came as an anti-imperialist political party, even though now they're very moderate in South Africa. This was the political party of Nelson Mandela. However, what he's saying is he welcomed Putin. However, there are limits due to the ICC decision. So the International Criminal Court, which is not even recognized by the United States, by the way. So if any United States citizen, for some reason, is being chased or by the ICC, the United States basically is willing to go war. They're willing to start a war against the ICC just to recover this American citizen. So not all countries recognize this International Criminal Court, and the majority of people they trial, they're just African leaders or maybe well, there was some European leader from Serbia, I believe. So yes, just that's it. But anyways, it's important what he's saying, because the interviewer obviously is trying to avoid thinking about what his country, Britain, has done in other countries, and the massacres that they carry out in other countries because they were, according to them, weapons to mass destruction, which were not funded. And this is something that he is highlighting. Millions of people die in Iraq for something that you say it was there, but it wasn't. Therefore, that war was a crime. And according to him, the head of a state of Britain, the USA, and other countries will be arrested, just like they're trying to arrest Putin for doing pretty much the same thing that they're accusing him of doing. So yeah, this is the perspective of many African leaders, of many African people as well. They agree with what he's saying. Some they don't, of course, but this is just to help the audience understanding the reason why there are so many African people and African leaders that they're neutral on this conflict, and they don't support Russia and they don't support Ukraine, but they look for the best interest in this case, which is on the side of Russia because European countries colonized them in the past, so they have a really bad experience with them. We're talking about really bad experience of what, slavery and colonialism or whatever else. And I know some people are gonna come in the comments saying, oh yeah, the black people also slave people and they sell their own people. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just talking about a specific historical period in which this happened to African countries, and this is the main reason why they wouldn't align with the West when it comes to a conflict with a Western enemy. They would rather align with the Western enemy, and the reason why they align is because of what I explained to you before. The unipolar world has become a multipolar world, so now they have options. They have all the countries that can protect them against any kind of retaliation from the West. Let's say they get angry with this guy and they decide to, I don't know, start financing some opposition party in South Africa to change the government. Well, if they reach that point where there's a civil war, they have Russia, India, or whoever wants to support them. In the past, that wouldn't be the case because the US was the hegemonic power and they would exercise power, control, coercion over these countries.